today's woman in fashion, the lady behind the accessories brand Apargadek. Good morning, Shirley. Welcome to Double O Direct.
Good morning, Olivia. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. It's nice to have you. Give me some background on your brand.
So my brand pretty much started when I was, I think, back in primary school.
Yes.
When we still had the ACM, Art, Craft and Music. Mm-hmm. And I discovered that I had a passion for artistic things. Mm-hmm. And being the kind of kid that did things last minute, mm-hmm. I always created things out of waste. Mm-hmm. So most of my assignments were always made up. And so as I grew up, I continued to have a passion in design, though I didn't know that it was really a passion in design.
Yes.
Until around 2015, when I had my wedding, and I decided to do my own centerpieces because I got some very ridiculous quotes.
Wait, when you say centerpieces, mm-hmm. are they not floral arrangements or knickknacks? What are they?
It's floral pieces, but when you get a quote for 100K for floral pieces,
wow.
Yeah, you have to think twice.
Wow.
And so that's where I started creating.
Yes.
I got some brass, I got some flowers, or rather I made some flowers out of organza. And once that project was done, I had all this brass left over. And I was like, what am I going to do with this brass? And so I just started making things. And I made bracelets. And I remember a colleague saw my bracelet and she was like, I think I want your bracelet and I'm going to pay for it. So
that's great. And she didn't say, I think I want your bracelet and I'm stealing it.
Yeah, she offered to pay for it. And that struck me like, okay, I can make something that someone can pay for.
Yes.
So it just began as a hobby. Mm-hmm. And then in 2017, I found myself retrenched and I decided to
What line of work had you been in?
In the NGO sector.
Okay.
Relief work.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how I just went full on and just started making jewelry and yeah.
Amazing. So where is it that you source your brass from, if you don't mind me asking?
So most of the time I have a fundi, an artisan who does the work for me most mm-hmm. of the time. I have stuff that I make myself. So if it is my fundi sourcing, he'll source from, most of the time he gets recycled stuff, recycled brass. But if it is me making it, I'll just buy from the regular guys that stock brass.
When did you register the company, or are you still looking to formalize that?
I actually intend to register the company before the end of this month.
I was recently told by a legal expert that it's so easy on eCitizen.
Yeah.
It's actually such a smooth process. So I think you and I will be going on that portal together, right?
Yeah. Actually, I did a class and some of these things which look like nuclear science were broken down and it was so easy. I couldn't believe that you just need to get onto eCitizen and just sign up. So I intend to do that.
Tell me about the various accessories that you have under your label Apargadek.
Okay, so at the moment I do bracelets.
Yes.
I do necklaces. I do earrings. I do... What else do I do?
What do you love?
I love earrings. If you can tell.
It's like the one thing I couldn't wear because of these headphones are the earrings, but I will buy a pair. I'll make sure I do that.
The earrings, you can see I just have 15 here.
Yes.
These are just 15.
Yes.
I think I've done like maybe 30 different designs.
Yes.
If not more. So I'm really into earrings.
What is your design process?
So what I do, if you can believe it, sometimes I even wake up in the middle of the night when I think of a design and I just jump onto my phone's notebook and start scribbling.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll show you to prove that it's true. I know it sounds like a lie.
Yes, I'm giving you that look of, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, but generally I'll take out my sketchbook and I'll draw a bunch of designs. If they look good, then I'll push them onto my artisan. If I feel ish about them, I'll just sit on them. Maybe do a few changes, but yeah, that's generally my design process. I'll draw them and then send them on to the artisan.
Do you have any market research, market analysis? Do you have any focus groups? How do you, for lack of a better word, taste test your designs?
I do none of that. I am completely, I'm just upgrading from a hobby. So you can imagine, I know none of that stuff. I don't know how to read analytics. I don't know any of those. It sounds like Greek to me, honestly.
Yes.
But I'm starting to learn.
Yeah.
And like I said, I plan to register the business, and this has come through a class that I took, a class that was organized by GIZ.
Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit.
That
yes,
one.
Those guys.
In conjunction with Hever Fund.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They were the ones who were also at the breakfast hosted by Shop Zeti,
yes,
right?
Yes, they're the money people.
They're the money. Yeah?
Yeah, and Gotti Institute. So the three of them came together and offered a class for the cohort that I took was for women. And it was teaching us different aspects of business. And in fact, after that class, there has been a complete turnaround on my socials. Before, it was basically dead. There was nothing going on there. So
yes,
yeah. So I'm learning as I go.
Yeah,
and hopefully next time you ask me, I'll give you some of those things that you're asking about.
So basically, GIZ.
Yeah.
Hever Fund and the Goethe Institute.
Mm-hmm.
People need to get onto their digital very, very quickly because they offer a lot of amazing information and money and support.
Yes, they do. And especially with Hever Fund, they support a lot of businesses, especially in the creative industries. So if you have anything that probably if you have a business plan that you have and you don't know who's going to fund it, you can approach them for such funds.
The takeaway here is that any institution that has the word fund should be your friend.
Has money. They have the funds.
I am Olivia Otieno, hosting the Safe Space for Women. In a few minutes, I invite you to pause, courtesy of the musings. They're actually insights of one Dr. Patricia Murugami. But first, I need to wrap things up with my woman in fashion today, Shirley from Apargadek. Tell me about price point. Tell me about how you decided to cost your various accessories.
Yeah, so Olivia, I'm not a luxury brand.
Okay.
I personally have never purchased anything from a luxury brand. I tend to purchase from the everyday accessory brands. And that's what I wanted to do with my brand. Have a brand that anybody can afford. I don't want to be
too
out of reach. Yes, I don't want to be out of reach because my first customer was me. So I modeled it based on what I think I would like. And so my price point is
roughly for a pair of earrings.
A pair of earrings goes for 800 shillings.
Okay. All your earrings are 800? Every
single earring is 800 shillings.
That's convenient.
Yes, it is.
All
so
right.
You can pick up like 4 or 5 pairs without worrying, is this more expensive? Is this? I just decided to make it a flat rate because I think it's easier. Yeah.
It definitely is. What about this incredible necklace that you got me here?
So the necklace you're wearing is a custom piece.
Yes.
Yeah, I made it specifically for you, and that's something that I do as well.
Okay.
We make custom pieces, so be it a wedding, be it for a corporate event, be it for whatever you need a custom piece for, I'm able to make.
What's the timeline? With regards to me wanting you to create something, let's say I have a baby shower coming up and I want to make something for, little goodie bags for people to leave. Okay, I'm not pregnant before people start. No, but in the event that somebody is and they want to make something, maybe have a couple of bracelets or a pair of earrings, what's the lead time?
So the time will depend on if the custom piece needs additional input from my artisan. That would take longer.
Yes.
But if I'm the one who's doing it, then we would probably just discuss probably a week or so, 7 days.
And that would be, because, for example, what if I like, there's an amazing ring that you have. I love the butterfly ring, right? But I also love this one on my left ring finger. If I wanted, let's say, 50 of these done, how long would it take you to make them?
I'd say 14 days. 14
days?
Yes.
That's incredible. And what is the price point for your rings, for example?
So my rings go for 1,200 each.
Any ring?
Any ring.
Okay, so you've established that the earrings are 800, the rings are 1,200.
Yes.
You have some long neck pieces. Because neck pieces tend to vary quite a bit in what you can do with them. Is there a specific price point for them?
For these, I have a price point as well. They go for 1,800.
Okay.
And that's because I use a recycled glass bead.
Yes.
It comes from West Africa. I use some from West Africa and some from Kitengela glass.
Yes.
And those beads are not cheap. So you have to pay for the necklace as well. So yeah, so all necklaces as well go for 1,800. I like to keep my price points at the same level, because that's what I would like when I go to shop. I don't want to have, oh, this is 1,800. Oh, this is 2,200. This is 2,500.
It's very complicated.
It's very complicated.
Any challenges that you've been facing in getting the brand Apargadek up and running?
So for me, I think the biggest challenge has been marketing, because
you have zero marketing skills. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, not because of that. Tell me.
Well, you're 80% right on that. I don't have marketing skills per se, but in terms of finding markets that are suitable, it's not easy. You know, it's a try.
The internet has been shown to be a very there's something called social media platforms, e-commerce. There's a lady, you may have heard of her. Her name is Wendy Agishuru.
Yeah.
I think you need to talk to her.
I need her to hold my hand
and guide you to
guide
new frontier of digital commerce. You know?
Yes, that's what I need one day to do.
No, but it's lovely. I love that you're very open and honest about that. What about some highlights? What about some positive occurrences that you've experienced in the last few years?
This brand has literally grown because of the love that I've gotten from customers. There are so many times I've wanted to quit. Like, I think I've wanted to quit like 10 times. But every single time I want to quit, my customers are just like, no, you cannot quit. Yeah, because I think I have a uniqueness that's not common. There's a look that jewelry has generally in Kenya, let me say. But I try not to conform to that, because I like different, even for my own stuff. And when I design for me. So yeah, it's been a very good experience. I think this brand has grown from the love that I have received.
I love that when we met at the National Park during the Kenya Tourism Board event hosted by the CEO, Dr. Betty Radier, you stood out amongst all of the vendors. And I saw the rangers, the park ranger, buying, your accessories. I said, Ata Mimi, I'm not always in this uniform. I loved it.
She had to put her gun down and was like, bring those earrings. And do you know the interesting thing is that one of the pieces that she picked was picked by somebody else as she was busy. I can't even remember what she was doing. So when she came back, she was so upset.
But she has a
gun.
She
made me promise to take the pair to her the next day, because I told her I had another pair at home. I had to take it to her the next day.
Remember, this lady walks around with a and she can harm large wildlife.
Yes.
So you don't want to play with her.
No, you don't.
Thank you so much, Shirley. It's been an absolute pleasure. Once again, how can we get in touch with you?
So it's Apargadek on all socials. That's Apargadek at all socials.
Wonderful. Enjoy your Saturday, and thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
SpiceFM.